Electricity, a simple physical phenomena, but it holds enormous amount of power that nobody had ever imagined in the past. Since the day it has been discovered, it has completely changed the world. And in future, nobody knows what new horizon it will bring. So without any delay, let's discuss this wonderful phenomena called electricity. To know about electricity, we have to start with the concept of atom, the smallest component of a matter. Every single thing in this universe is made up of atom. However, as they cannot be seen in bare eyes, we will take the help of Bohr's model to understand this concept, given by the famous Danish physicist Niels Bohr. So, as per this model, the center of the atom is having a nucleus. Consists of neutrons which have no charge, protons which are having positively charged, and there are negatively charged electrons orbiting around the nucleus in a constant circular motion. Unlike electrons, protons and neutrons are always bounded with the nucleus by a strong nucleic force, and they always remain immobile. A very high energy is required to drag them out of the nucleus, normally radioactive energy. If you are curious about the type of materials, then yes, total number of electrons, protons and neutrons can give you the information regarding that. In an atom, normally number of electrons are equal to number of protons, and as the charge of an electron is equal and opposite to that the charge of a proton, they nullified each other, making the atom electrically neutral. This state is also known as ground state, in which the atom remains in its lowest energy level. However, this state can be changed by making it to add or lose electrons. Electrons move around the nucleus in a circular cell, where each cell can hold up to only a certain number of electrons. Where first cell can hold up to 2 electrons, second cell can hold up to 8 electrons, likewise third and fourth cell can hold up to 18 and 32 electrons, and so on. The outermost cell of an atom is known as valence cell, and the electrons present in this cell is normally denoted as valence electrons. And these valence electrons only decide the electrical conductivity of a material. If the valence cell is completely filled or nearly filled, then the electrons present in this cell are tightly bounded with each other, and despite of applying any additional forces, they won't come out of their cell. Materials consist of such kind of atom have no conductivity at all. All the insulators fall under this category. A very high voltage is required to make these electrons come out of their parent atoms. Now, if the valence cell of an atom is slightly filled, then even a low amount of voltage can make these electrons come out of their valence cell. And these electrons then start moving in the material. These electrons are known as free electrons, and flow of these free electrons in a material is known as electric current. All kind of conductors fall under this category. Now we can easily categorize the materials based on their ability to allow the flow of electric charges through them. So, as per this concept, there are 3 kinds of materials: conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. Remember, don't forget semiconductors here. First, coming to conductors. Conductors are the materials which easily allow the flow of electric charges through them, that is, electric current through them. A perfect conductor is said to be having one valence electron. Coming to insulator, these are the materials which doesn't allow the flow of electric charges through them. And as we have already discussed, the valence shell of insulators are completely filled or nearly filled. Semiconductors are the material which partially allow the flow of electric charges. Some of the most commonly used semiconductors are silicon and germanium. Now we can give a proper definition to our concept electricity. So electricity is the presence and flow of electric charges in a material. And from the above discussion, we can easily say that these electric charges are nothing but the free electrons. Electrons are very light and move very easily with almost the speed of sunlight. That is the reason generating stations are farther away from our home. Still we get the power supply without any delay from its production. Now, after all the above discussion, you must be curious about the man who discovered this wonderful phenomena. So guys, let's discuss about the scientist who discovered this wonderful energy. Although many scientists have contributed in discovery of electricity since 600 BC, however, it is Benjamin Franklin who is normally given the credit of discovering electricity in 1752 AD through his famous kite experiment, where he could find out a direct link between lightning and electricity. And since then, our interest had grown immensely on electricity, and we started harnessing its power.